right. Right here, right now, we have Raaf Atasi from AnomiC. Raaf, how you
Yes,
doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me, Kev. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, it's an honor to have you here back at Rock of
I'm back.
Ages on AFM. Yes. All
Yep,
right.
yep. It's
We're
an
going to talk
honor.
about amazing. We're going to talk about AnomiC, of course.
Yep.
But first, Rafat, a little bit introduction about yourself. Who are you and what are your influence as a guitar player and all that?
All right. So I'm Raaf Atasi, like you mentioned. I'm originally Syrian. I've been here for 11 and a half years now in Holland. So I have Dutch passport as well. I'm sorry, my language should be better. So that's on me. But I got so immersed in music and everything, and everyone speaks English. My Dutch is not so bad. It's okay. But yeah, out of respect and maybe shyness a little bit, I just go for English. I've been here, like I said, 11 years. I came here as a refugee, did my dues, everything, my Dutch exams, I went to university also, so that was in English as well. So then I
Yeah.
went immediately after that into, gathering my musical stuff, my instruments. I used to be in bands when I was in Syria and in Egypt. I lived in Syria and Egypt. So I was always in bands and I wanted to play here again. And yeah, I started gathering my instruments, my sound cards, everything. And I joined a thrash metal band in 2019 from Germany called War Agenda. And we released an album in 2020. And then I left the band and started AnomiC in 2023. So, yeah, that's in a nutshell how it went.
In a nutshell. Yeah, but so AnomiC is quite a new band, so
Yeah, it's been 3 years now since the actual inception. Yeah, it was
yes,
August 2023. Yeah,
2023.
yeah,
AnomiC is called like a death thrash metal band.
yeah.
Um, what are your influences as a musician, and what kind of bands influenced AnomiC?
Yeah, it's a good question because indeed the influence part, I wanted it to be, I mean, it's called thrash death.
Yeah,
So maybe people would have like a certain image or expectation on what a thrash death band should sound. Maybe they would associate it with like Demolition Hammer, Sepultura, those bands that are in
yeah,
between the
yeah,
thrash and death. And certainly there are elements of that. The vocals are harsh, either shrieks or growling. But I wanted to do something that anything within the thrash death genres, anything from any school is
yeah,
allowed.
yeah,
Whether it's Bay Area, whether it's the German thrash, whether it's the Brazilian thrash, technical thrash, because we have a little bit of a technical edge, I would say, in our music too. So bands like Coroner, for example, is a big influence for me. Atheist is a big influence for me. Sadist. And then when you go to more, I would say accessible, but like Testament, Slayer, Death, Bolt Thrower, Morbid Angel, Monstrosity, malevolent creation, severe torture. At some point, we are planning on putting some like little bit not brutal death, but like really death, like really
yeah. O-
suffocation.
Old school
Anything
death
goes.
metal.
Yeah, and more in the on the brutal side as well, like suffocation, like all these everything within the realm of death and thrash is included. It could be melodic, it could be extreme, it could be in one song even. Like one song would be sounds like malevolent creation at some point, and then it becomes at the gates. Just completely different things. But if it's mixed well, and it's because at the gates is melodic death, so they
Yeah,
are in the
yeah,
death
yeah.
metal scene. So anything goes from the Swedish to the American to the German to the Dutch to the Brazilian. It could be in one song. So I cannot say the band is influenced by one band. That's
No,
the
no.
sound of the band, that it's all of these elements combined together.
Yeah, just a big melting pot, and
Yep.
that's making an anomic song or the sound from your band. Yeah. Um,
Yep.
but you guys are pretty international, right? Because there are a lot of members from different countries in the band.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah,
In the beginning, it was more. We had like the other singer was from Germany,
yeah,
but he's out now because he's from Germany, very far away from Leipzig. So he recorded the EP with me, the bass and second vocals, and played a few shows with us. But then I decided, but also the other members also agreed with me that we should have like more of a. Again, we are jamming and playing a lot of shows. We should be as local as possible, to be close to each other and go to the studio. So we
yes.
had to let Fadi go. And he also, he was tired from traveling all the way coming.
Yeah, I
So
can
now
imagine.
basically, yeah, like 9, 10 hours just to come to play a show and then go.
Yeah,
So it's me and another Syrian guy, Mo. He's also now getting his Dutch, hopefully, citizenship in a couple of years. And then we have the drummer and the bassist are Dutch, like Dutch Robin and Ronald, the new
Yeah,
bassist now.
yeah.
They are Dutch. So you have two Syrian Dutch, two actual Dutch. So we're now local made,
Local, yeah.
locally
Um,
produced now.
and Ronald is the newest member of AnomiC, right?
Yeah, Ronald,
Yeah,
he was in a band called Ascend the Hollow
yeah.
for a while. He played with Disquiet for a while, played with Magna Cult, I think, for a while, if I'm not mistaken. And he hasn't played in some time now. And we were looking for a bassist because our bassist also couldn't keep up with our schedule. So I contacted him, and he was very interested. He got the bass down. He said, "Dude," and he came to one of our shows at the Cave, and he loved it. And he said, "Fuckers, I want to be part of this. Yes, it's so intense. I want to be in it." So
Yeah, yeah.
within a month, he was with us on stage. He played the first show without jamming ever with us. We didn't have the chance to jam because
Whoa.
he had like a car broke down for one day before the show, the first show. We had to practice like an audition per se, and his car broke down and he couldn't make it. And the next day was the show in Germany, and we were planned and everything, and we had to go. So he went with us. First time I see him play was in front next to me on stage. But he's an amazing bassist. I listened to Send the Hollow. You know Send the Hollow?
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah,
If he can play that, I think yeah, he can do an AnomiC too. So
yeah, nice. So he's a very good fit for the band.
oh yeah, personality wise, playing wise,
Yeah, yeah,
everything,
yeah,
just a cool dude
yeah,
all
yeah.
across. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
that's
very
nice. Yeah,
lucky to
well,
have him.
personality-wise, it's always good because you can have good musicians together, but if you're
Yes,
fighting constantly with each other or not sitting on the same level, it's not gonna work.
dude, it's like I would rather not have a band than to have that kind of band. I would
Yes,
rather sit home without a band.
I
I'm
can
too old
imagine.
for this shit, this drama. I cannot handle it. Again,
No,
like I told you, I came from the Middle East where we didn't have like much dreams when it comes to metal. It's not
no,
a music that you can play there and become famous and stuff. So I came here. I'm 44 years old now. It's now or never, basically.
it's
I
no,
either
never.
make it now. I cannot handle the drama or any bullshit,
No,
from.
no, no.
So it
So
has to be on the same.
just having a good time, making good music.
Yep.
Yes, but
Just laughing, man. Just laughing and
yeah,
being friends and
yeah,
being easy to hang out with. Because we hang out, we are traveling all the time. Going to Germany and Austria and Belgium. We
yeah,
need to be in good company. We need to enjoy each other's company.
yeah. That's
Simple.
important. Very important. Yeah.
Yeah,
So Anamic did already a lot of gigs.
we
Um,
did.
Can you tell a bit about your highlights? What kind of gigs are the highlights for you guys?
Well, there's one that I cannot not mention. I think
Oh,
this is kind of the most special one we had, and it's in the planetarium in Germany, in Nuremberg.
mhm.
We played. It was the first metal show in that museum, in that scientific monument in the planetarium in Nuremberg, and it was sold out. So you had people sitting down, and you have projections on the ceiling with themes from our songs, from the video
Yeah.
clip, from all of that, and it's just projected all over the museum, the dome, and we are
Wow.
playing with 250 people sitting down watching. It's like a mini. That's how I felt, at least, a mini S&M. Metallica's
Yeah.
S&M.
Yeah. Cool.
People were sitting down. It was like that vibe. No moshing, no, but it was very. All of them are metalheads, but you are playing in a scientific monument, playing
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah.
Never happened before in that place, so it was really special and intense in a very different way. So that for me was like a very important highlight, to be honest. If I want to choose one,
Yeah. Yeah. That should be the one. Yeah. That's
yeah, yeah,
amazing, man. Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
historic. They got
Yeah.
magazines from national magazines and radios advertising this and talking about it in the local news. It
Yeah.
was published on Metal Hammer and Rolling Stone, and like they talked about it, they really promoted it, and it was sold out. So that's the only, I think, sold out show that we've had so far.
Yeah. Well,
I think maybe
perhaps.
this and another.
Yeah. Well, perhaps after this interview, you have more sold out shows.
Yes, hell yeah, I know it. The power
So,
of the Kev. Yeah,
yeah, you guys released an EP,
yep,
but now there's coming a new full-length record. Am I right?
yes, Yes, it's finished, it's recorded and
Yeah,
mixed and mastered, and we just finished the booklet a couple of days ago.
yeah.
And it's just the final touches. We're putting on it like a promo video for it and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And we will send labels. We'll see what happens. If
Yeah,
a label would take us, then awesome. If not, we will have to release it independently eventually. But yeah, within a month, it should be out.
yeah,
The
and
spiders.
all right, it's amazing. When did you guys start writing and recording for the new album?
The new album. Well, again, it's a little bit of a long story, but I will try to put it as short as possible.
Yeah,
This is an album that I wrote when I was back with War Agenda, the German band that I told you about. That was supposed to be the second album with them,
yeah,
and I was writing a lot, but the guys were too slow, and I was the newest member in the band, and I was composing a lot, and I'm telling them, guys, I'm almost finishing the album. I wrote the lyrics like for
yeah,
6 songs, and I composed the music. Are you going to compose something, or I'm just gonna keep working on my own? They were too busy and slow, so I told them, look, guys, the album is almost finished. I'm taking my stuff. I'm leaving the band. Anything that your guitarist composed, I will keep it out. I will take my parts. I will start a new band, and I have to release something. Again, I don't have time to wait.
no,
So that
no,
album, this album was actually 80% of it, 70, 80% of it composed back when I was with War Agenda. And then when
okay,
I filtered everything and just got my own stuff, there was a little bit of gaps here and there. So I composed it and filled up the gaps with death metal stuff because they were thrash. So I filled up with the death metal stuff and combined and did some editings. And yeah, so the whole album was composed by me, but in really two different years, like one in
yeah,
2021 and one in 2025 or 2024.
yeah.
I started composing, putting things together. Yeah. So now it
So
came out, as a mix of the old style of I was composing with the War Agenda and the new style of AnomiC that
yeah,
started.
yeah. And did the other guys from AnomiC also um, uh, compose for AnomiC or have influence to re-record stuff, or is it
Not yet.
all from your hand?
Yeah, not yet. That's the
Not
thing.
yet.
The EP, I did it on my own because I
Yeah,
started the band, by myself, and I did the EP and got Fadi, the Germany guy, to record with me. But I
yeah,
composed everything, and this album was already kind of finished,
yeah.
composed. I just finished it, so it was done. So they haven't composed anything yet. But for the next album, absolutely. I told them, you guys have to put your input, and the guys are excited. They have ideas already. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it
I
will
can
be the next
imagine. Yes.
more
So,
collaborative effort.
so for the next album, there will be will be more like a band playing on the
Yeah.
new album. All right.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
This album, the album that's coming out now is all me, but the one
Yeah.
after, hopefully in a year or two, that's gonna be
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah. Can you
Yes.
explain the album title, The Spider's Code?
Oh yeah. Well, at some point when I was with the guys from Germany, I was studying. I told you I went to the university and I was studying filmmaking and cinema and stuff like that. So it came. I was influenced by a lot of the books and articles that we were reading for school. So all of a sudden this whole thing started to crystallize in my head. We were studying a lot about the system and capitalism and all of that, and I'm very anti-capitalist. I'm
Mm.
very anarchist, basically. I'm not
Yeah.
even left wing now. I'm just every political aspect I just hate. So the whole system and how the manipulation, and you study it in media also, how in media itself the system is completely in it. It felt to me that the system, the global system, is like a spider that is weaving its web all across everything we do. Like everything you have in your life is by the system. Your food, your clothes, your CDs, your guitar, your phone, everything is kind of composed, invented, and marketed and distributed by the system. It's like there's no escape. And
Oh,
Anomic is really a pessimistic band. I'm very like apocalyptic. There's no happy endings and stuff.
no.
So it felt like really like bleak when I was thinking about it, that we lost, the system won. Any kind of revolution or whatever is really in vain. There's no use anymore. They have infiltrated every aspect, even
Yeah.
our cat food, my cat food. Like
Yeah.
it's like everything.
Everything.
Yeah. So I'm like, wow, it's like a spider that is uh, dominating every aspect of our life. So I chose every song as one of those aspects. So one of them is
Mhm.
media, one of them is pharmaceuticals, one of them is all of these Elon Musks and the green energy and all the organic shit. That they are way more expensive, and it's just a new business model. It's not really to care about the environment or anything.
No.
One of them about the weapon industry. Like every song is about something, and it's kind of how the web of the spider is weaved across everything.
Yeah.
And then at the end, the last song is called Hollow Shells, which is how the spider eventually eats its prey. The spider liquefies
Yeah.
the prey.
Yeah. Yeah.
They eat the organ, and then they leave everything. They leave you as a hollow shell. They leave
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
fly as a hollow shell. They don't eat the fly. They liquefy the organs and suck it off.
Yeah.
So that's exactly how we end. We end up being
Yeah.
dominated and stuck in every song, and then
Yeah.
at the end we're just hollow shells. We're just
Well.
standing helpless, dead, soulless. So that's the album. Like it's not a story, but it's a theme. It's
Yeah.
a
But
thematic
well, I think it's a very awesome metaphor to to
metaphor.
um,
That's exactly it.
to tell about the songs, about the themes. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you,
Um,
thank you. I appreciate it.
yeah. But I can imagine that this has to be a great artwork for the album because the title is so cool. Can you tell us a little bit about how it's gonna look, how the artwork is gonna be?
The artwork is there. You can see the
Yeah.
artwork. It's published.
Okay, it's already there.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I think you would like it. I don't know if you have seen it, but
No,
if
not
you
yet,
look it
not
up
yet,
now,
but
okay,
okay.
it's published already. If you go on my page or AnomiC, but it's down in the pictures. But
Yeah,
on
it's
Anomic's
there.
Facebook a few months ago, it
Yeah.
was published. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I missed that. There's so much stuff you can
Of
read
course,
and
of course.
watch.
I
Yeah.
understand. I understand. And it's
Yeah.
not really pinned. It's not pinned. It's really down in the post. So you have to go really down to find it. So I totally understand.
Okay, okay, that's good.
But you will
But who
find it is there. It's
and
like a
who's
monster that is
Monster? Yeah.
destroying everything. Yeah. Looks a little bit like a spider. You will see it.
Yeah. And who've made the artwork?
It's a very underground Mexican, incredible Mexican artist that I found on Facebook
Hmm.
for the Pandemonium. Remember when we did the
Yeah, yeah,
Pandemonium last
yeah.
year? That artwork is by the same guy, Aldo. His name is
Okay.
Aldo.
Yeah.
So he did Pandemonium, and I loved working with him, and his prices were okay. So I told him, I have this idea, I have, this and this, and he drew it, and it's just phenomenal, really phenomenal.
Yes. All
Yeah.
right. Right.
I'll do
And
design. That's
all
his name.
right. Yeah, nice. Do you already have an exact release date for the new album?
We are aiming at the end of July.
End
No
of
exact
July.
date, but the end of July. It depends on the labels. If
Yeah.
things go fast with the label, they might even decide that they wanna. If some label takes us, they might decide it will be out in September. I don't know. It's up to
Yeah.
the label at that point. But
Yeah.
with us, the end of July for sure. At least there will be a new song.
All right. That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we expect it on CD and vinyl or cassette
Vinyl, I don't
maybe?
know. Cassette, I don't know. Vinyl, more likely. CD,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Vinyl, it's in the talks. We
Yeah.
want to see if there's demand for it. We will print it.
Yeah.
But yeah, CDs for sure. Yes.
For sure. Yeah. Nice. Nice. What can we expect later this year for Anomic? Are you playing more gigs when the album is out, or
Yes,
what can
indeed,
we
we are.
expect?
We have, I think, for now, 20 shows lined up from
Hmm.
August until December. We have 20 shows coming, few in Holland, few in Belgium, few in Germany. And I am organizing a couple of festivals too. I organize Dogzilla with Tom Landkron from Sayas.
Yeah. Tom.
That's
Yeah.
on the 22nd of August. So we are playing, and Sayas are playing too.
Yeah.
So that's our first edition of this festival. Hopefully it works out. And then I am organizing a festival, the second edition of my festival in Belgium called Duel or Die, which
Hmm.
is also going to include Anomic. And then we have few dates in Cologne. We have Belgium, Antwerp, Yper. In Holland, we are playing Manifesto on the 11th of September. We are playing Nobel in Leiden.
Right. Yeah.
So there are a few shows. We are playing Roosendaal Open Air too, also on the 29th of August with the Legion of the Damned and Disquiet.
Oh,
We're
nice.
on that
Nice.
bill too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there
Yeah.
are
That's
some cool
so
shows.
cool shows. Yeah. Are there any um, wishes that you would like to do with Anomic? Something, um, yeah, a tour, or are there any wishes to play with a big band or something? Or
Absolutely. I was just
yeah,
going to say that. We are hoping to do that indeed. I'm looking for, after the album is out, see the marketing, how it
yeah,
goes. And I
yeah,
want to look for either a big booking agency or just myself, like I'm doing now, but it's still hard to get like indeed a placement within a big tour with
yeah,
some
yeah. It
notable
is.
bands.
It is.
It's important, if you want to move to the next level, you have to find, squeeze yourself into one of those big tours from, Poland or the US or whatever,
Yeah, yeah,
Vader,
yeah,
Nile, anything. If you, squeeze yourself into it, it's definitely better for the band. And I want to play festivals. I want to play into the big ones. We're playing Rosendal. We played a few festivals also. But
yeah.
I want to play Dynamo. I want to play Into the Grave. I want to play Wacken. I want to play Hellfest. I want to play, Eindhoven Metal Meeting. Those shows that I
Stonehenge,
used to.
maybe. Yeah,
Yeah, Pitfest is gone now, but
yeah, yeah,
but I like those festivals. Aside from Pitfest, I knew them since I was a kid, like Dynamo and
yeah, yeah,
Eindhoven Metal Meeting
yeah.
for a long time now. Hellfest and Into the Grave. I don't know Into the Grave. I'm not sure. But Grass Pop, all of these festivals I knew since I was a kid, living in Egypt and Syria and those places. So I've always wanted to it was a dream to be on that stage.
On that
And now
stage.
it feels like it's getting a little closer.
Yeah, you
So who
can
knows?
bit by bit. Yeah, you're coming there. Well, maybe next year, because a lot of
Yeah,
people are already booking for the next year. So if you want to
yeah,
play on certain kind of festivals, yeah, you have to make sure, like, well, here we are, and we have this album. Book us.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. We need an album to have the guts to move that to
the
those festivals,
guts. Yes, yes.
because now you have an EP, 3 songs, and you have 2 singles. We have only 5 songs. It's
Yeah,
still not credible to a festival to get like of that kind to
no,
make you
no,
play, I guess. So we need an album. We need more of a momentum. Stonehenge is one of probably my
yeah,
favorite festival at the moment.
that should be
Stonehenge.
awesome. Stonehenge,
Yeah,
and Stonehenge is every year sold out. So you play so you have to play for a big crowd at Stonehenge every
big
year.
crowd
It's yeah, that should
with
be
an
great.
awesome lineup.
Yeah,
Every year is a killer lineup. I'm actually
yes,
going this year. I've been going every year. It's like a
yeah,
tradition for me.
me too. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going there as well. So
All right. I'll see you
yeah,
there. The
we're
lineup is
gonna drink a
crazy this
beer.
year,
Yeah,
man. Oh, absolutely we will.
yes.
Im-
All right.
Grave, Immolation. Oh,
Yeah, a lot of great bands, and I think AnomiC would fit perfectly at Stonehenge.
I hope so. I hope
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
We will play the
Well,
death metal stuff because that's what they like more. So we will
yeah,
focus on
true,
the
true.
death
Yes,
metal songs.
yes, yes. So, well, Rafa, thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Kevin. Rock of Ages, always Rock of Ages.
Thank you very much.